Stan Gibilisco here. A little more elementary physics for you. What you're looking at right here is the Amazon preview page for my book Physics Demystified 2nd edition. I will provide a link in the description of this video to the Amazon page for this book so that you can find this preview, look through it like you would in a bookstore, and if you're so predisposed, purchase the book. I hope that you would want to purchase it, of course, but if not, there are plenty of others. Chapter 0, Review of Scientific Notation. It shows you a little bit of the more mathematical aspect of my writing. Maybe not the best way to introduce it, but when I was in high school, a friend of mine who was really into physics, a real nerd friend, also on the swim team, said I was complaining about the mathematics in physics, and he said, "That's all physics is, Stan." I don't know if that's true, but sometimes it sure seems like it. But what I'd like to show you here is not mathematical at all, so you needn't be intimidated by this. 3 methods by which heat energy can be transferred from one place to another. Very elementary. Conduction at A, radiation at B, and convection at C. Now, a good example of heat conduction is when you put a kettle with cool water on a stove burner. Say you want to boil up some eggs or something like that. A kettle full of water. The burner transfers the heat energy to the water, the thermal energy, by means of conduction. It literally direct contact is necessary for that to happen. Radiation? Well, suppose you come out of a freezing cold swimming pool on a hot summer day, or the freezing cold ocean on a hot summer day. That was one of my more fun things to do in the greater Los Angeles area. I would go to the beach, Torrance Beach to be exact, and in the water would be quite cold in some of those days, especially with the Santa Ana winds. The sun would be hot. It would shine on my cold skin and my cold body and warm it up by radiation. That's one of the best ways to warm up your body, by the way, after you have been in cold water. The third method is convection, and that requires some medium such as air, some gaseous medium usually. The best example I can show you here is an electric space heater with a fan that draws in the cool air from your room and puts warm air out because of heating elements inside of this device. The heating of the air in the device actually occurs by conduction. But once it gets into the room, the air can circulate throughout the room, and you have convection so that the warm air gets distributed well throughout the room, largely because of this fan. So those are the 3 methods most common by which heat can be transferred: conduction, radiation, and convection. With that, I'll close this one down. Go back to the preview page here for my book, or preview pages actually, for my book Physics Demystified 2nd edition, a link to which I will provide in the description of this video. Stan Gibilisco signing off. Until next time, so long.